Hello, my name is Deborah Miller, and as most of you know, the mental health system in America is broken. Because of this, some people here in Austin with mental illness got together and formed a self-help advocacy center under the heading of the Austin Area Mental Health Consumers, Inc., the Self-Help Advocacy Center, the SHAC. We are a 501(c) company. We are run totally by consumers ourselves. We're the largest in the state of Texas. We run only with our volunteer staff, who are people who are learning how to rejoin the workforce and perhaps become members of society and the working again. We have computer labs. We offer a snack shack. It's a afternoon lunch meal, just a little one. It may not seem like much to you, but to someone who lives in the woods, hungry, away, all by themselves, afraid, it's a big deal. If you give that dollar to that person on the corner, you're keeping them there. But if you help us here at the shack, you're helping us find a way out and a way up. Because what we learn here is how to advocate for ourselves. We learn how to find resources. We learn how to help one another. I came into the shack ready to die. I had heard about the shack half-price bus pass from a Metro Access, which is a handicap bus program, one of the drivers here in Austin. She told me about a half-price bus pass program at the shack that I could go to. I pay a half-price bus cost, which is about $23 a month ahead. I only have to go to 2 one-hour classes a month, and I could have that half-price bus pass. Well, I didn't see how I could stay alive a whole another month. I didn't see how I could stay alive another week. But I thought, just in case I could, I really needed to save the money. And so I came in. You'll see pictures of me when I came in. I was a mess. But like I say, we all came in with what we got. I came in after I had been living here for 9 months. I came out only for food. I didn't know how to live. In 2012, I was given this bracelet. It was my label. The shack took it away. You see, I'm no longer Parkinson's. I'm no longer schizoaffective in any other diagnostic code that you wish to put on me. I am a human being who lives with challenges. And that is true of all of us at the shack. We are not numbers. We are people. We are not a diagnosis. When we come here, we don't get a treatment plan. They don't ask what's wrong with us. No. All they ask is how they can help. We have one-to-one counseling for those that need it by a wonderful man named Don Seamster. He was a career Vietnam vet who came then later and was retired 10-year policeman and started a third career here at the shack. He is the Don, and for many of us, he's everything. Miss Shannon Carr has taken this place from a place where people just dumped off their used clothes, and there was some laundry machines to wash your clothes, and that was about it. Austin Area Mental Health Consumers, Inc., they call this place a building, but I can tell you it's much more, because what I have found here is some of the most beautiful people in the world. We are not labels anymore. We are people. We live with challenges, mental health challenges, physical disabilities. They do not define us. We may roll in a wheelchair. Some of us have been in one our whole lives. This may be the only place we have to come. They have a shack snack at noon most days, and for some that may be the only meal they eat all day. If you give that dollar to that person on the corner, you're helping them stay on that corner. But if you help us here at the shack, you're helping people find their own way out, because we learned how to advocate for ourselves. We get tools here. One of them is the Mental Health Wellness Recovery Action Plan that was created by the Copeland Foundation, which we use as a teaching tool to give each of us a way to find our own mental health wellness plan, which we write on our own, where no one checks our work, no one gives us a diagnostic code. We aren't a number, we're people. No one tells us what we need to do for a treatment plan. It's up to us to decide what help we need and what we'd like to get here. There's a computer lab that's been put together, and by a wonderful lady, Rita Barnes, who helps tutor people. And many people here volunteer 3 days a week to help run the office, and they're learning skills maybe to go back to work, maybe to re-enter the workforce for the first time, maybe ever. Some of the people here have master's degrees. Some of the people probably never finished the 3rd grade or could read. And yet many have been homeless more than 3 years. It's sad. Some of us live on SSI and on disability. Some of us live only off of panhandling. This place is the most important place in Austin, I believe, because it caught me when I fell through the cracks. There was not a place here in Austin to help me. I lived in another county, and Austin area, it's the only place that cared. I came in here crying like a baby. No one really talked to me. They didn't know what to say. They just let me cry, and they took my money for that half-price bus pass, which was about $23. I wanted to die, but I thought just in case I'd save some money. Might not make sense to you, but it did to me. So they let me cry, and the only thing I really remember about that first day, besides paying for my half-price bus pass, was that the qualifications were I had to come in for 1 hour twice a month. What big a deal is that? I spend more time than that on a bus just going to the doctor. And then a wonderful thing happened. They told me I was safe, that I was in a safe place. And I looked around, and what I saw were people just like me. The lost, the forgotten, the homeless. We didn't fit in with other people. As one of the beautiful people here that I interviewed says, you're afraid to look at us. You see things and we're different, but see, everyone is different. We are all snowflakes, and we are all important. And just because with Parkinson's I shake, maybe it makes you laugh, maybe it makes you look away, but I'm not contagious. As this wonderful lady, LaTanya Titus, told me, don't pin your insecurities on me. Don't be afraid to look at us. Please join me in this video. This is not a professional video because we are self-run consumers, and I'm a consumer here. I'm not a videographer. I'm just a volunteer who cares very much about the shack and wants to help us raise money to keep our place afloat. We serve 183 people here a week. That's a lot. Monday through Wednesday we have plenty of room. But when it comes Thursday, when it's at that bus pass day, we're wall-to-wall wheelchairs. There's no room here for the people. We need help. We need space. We need money for more programs. We have a few computers that people are learning job skills on. We have people that volunteer, that give of themselves and find themselves, just like me. See, I'm no longer a label. I'm a human being, and the shack has taught me that. I know how to live today, and that's by giving back. Part of that is giving back to the shack who saved my life and who is there for many, many others. This is a family for me. I don't have family here in Austin. Didn't have any friends when I got here. Had a dog. It's a great dog. She's my service animal now. But that dog couldn't answer my questions. She couldn't help me come out of the house and meet people. I needed the shack to re-enter society. The most important thing the shack taught me was how to stand up for myself. They taught me how to dream big. I heard a silly commercial, and it said, if your dream just includes you, it isn't big enough. And maybe that's one of the reasons why this place is so important to me, because this dream is big enough. I'm writing a book right now about the people at the shack, and in doing so I'm taking many videos of each one of the people that volunteer. These people are, we people are giving our real faces, our real names, our real stories. Are you that brave? I doubt it. The shack has given us courage. The shack has given us a new life. And I'd like to ask you to help donate, to help us find more resources, to help more people. There are many people moving into Austin every day. Many of them are mentally ill. Many of them will become mentally ill because they are so depressed they cannot find jobs, homes, ways to feed their children. And we need space for those people. We need resources for those people, because like me, they're lost in the woods, because no one's looking for us, because no one knows we're here. The shack is here, and we find out about it mostly from the bus drivers and from word of mouth for a very few people. If it hadn't been for the bus pass program that Mrs. Shannon Carr started, I don't know where I'd be today. Yeah, I do. I wouldn't be here to tell you the story. Please join me as you see the facts and figures that you could get anywhere, which is part of the program. I need to show you what we do, what our mission is, what we help with people, and what are the facts and figures. And then I'm going to introduce you to the people that are in the book. The wonderful, beautiful people who are human beings, who live with incredible challenges, who've had great big fat smiles on their faces that can't be wiped off no matter what. We come rolling in here, we come crawling in here, we come walking in here, and we stay.